Hi everyone, this is Brooke Skidmore with Awake and Arise, and today is Monday, March 16th. And today I'd like to talk about another essential ingredient in helping us to achieve our goals. And one quote that I really like that ties in with this idea is an African proverb that says, "If you want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go with others." And if you think about some of the people who've achieved some of the greatest things in the world, whether it's in business, in medicine, in sport, in performance, you can't really think of many people who have gotten to the top by themselves. They either have some sort of supportive friend group or spouse or coworkers or business partners who have helped them to get to that point. So just like that, just like them, we shouldn't expect in ourselves to be able to achieve great things, especially those things that feel impossible for ourselves to do on our own. We shouldn't expect ourselves to be able to do that by ourselves either. So today I'd like to share this week's tip of the idea of having a strong social support group, and the importance of having or choosing to surround yourself with the right people. So today, just briefly, I'd like to share 3 tips that kind of tie in with this idea. So tip number 1 is to tell someone your goal. This is essential. So I'm not just talking about writing it on your wall or in your phone or telling Siri. I'm talking about telling someone who cares about you, someone who knows you, someone who wants to see you succeed. You see this a lot in the gym. A lot of people who find that they're successful long term with exercise end up having some sort of support system at the gym, whether it's a workout buddy, a personal trainer, a group exercise class. If I know that someone is waiting for me, a friend or a trainer at the gym at 5 a.m. and it's cold and dark outside, I'm much more likely to get myself out of bed and get there. So having some sort of accountability partner, someone who's going to check in with you, someone who's going to tell you those hard things that sometimes you don't want to hear, but that are necessary for a change, but someone who's going to be encouraging in the process too. So that's tip number 1, is to share with someone what your goal is. Tip number 3 is to choose good partners. A lot of athletes today have lots of resources. We can't really choose our family, our siblings, our parents. Sometimes we can't always choose our coaches, but sometimes we can. Sometimes we have a lot of choice. For example, a golfer has the choice of maybe a swing coach, even a mental coach, a nutritionist, a fitness coach. So you want to make sure that you're choosing people, number 1, that you trust. You trust their knowledge and their experience, and also you want to choose someone that understands what the time and the passion and the hours that you're going to be spending in whatever it is that you're pursuing. Someone who's going to be okay with you spending that kind of time and who's actually going to be supportive of your desire for that personal improvement. So choosing someone and then also sticking with that person, especially, for example, like again for a golfer. Some golfers kind of bounce around between swing coaches thinking that they can get lots of different feedback and ideas, but that can create a lot of confusion sometimes for a player. It can be hard to build from a foundation that's constantly changing. It can be hard to perfect your personal swing if you're constantly getting new constantly changing your swing and constantly getting mixed feedback. So finding someone you trust and then sticking with that person. Number 3 is going to be to choose good friends. Have you ever noticed that groups of people, whether it's teammates, coworkers, performers, or people who are in the same friend group, we tend to kind of look like each other, dress like each other, talk like each other, behave like each other, choose activities that are similar. So you want to choose friends who are supporting your desire to do good things. This can be true all the way from elementary school up until our old age. So choosing those people who are doing the things or supporting the things that will help you to be exceptional. If, for example, if your friend group tends to play tons of video games for hours on the weekends, it could be hard to get yourself out the door and spend the time on the driving range like you want to if your friends are kind of encouraging you to spend time with them, or if that's where your friends are saying that the good times are. So of it in that way, if you're, another idea is like if you're an entrepreneur, you want to be spending time with people who are excited about their field, they're optimistic, they're hardworking, as opposed to spending time with people who are always kind of complaining about how hard it is, how impossible it is to start your own business. Attitudes and behaviors are contagious, and so we want to surround ourselves with people who we want their kind of character traits rubbing off on us. So just to summarize, number 1 is to tell someone your goal. Number 2 is to choose good partners. And there's just so much power in someone who believes in us, especially in those moments when it's hard to believe in ourselves. So choosing someone who believes in you. And then number 3, to choose a good friend group. We want to just be able to surround ourselves with people who are going to help us to become great. So include that in your repertoire for all of the things that you're doing to make a positive behavior change. Good luck with that.